Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and yeah, I'm turning on my Do Not Disturb. So yeah, here we are. This isn't a quick read. This is just, if you're wondering what that, because you know how when I do my episodes, I have certain things in them, like this one is AWNTHTC or whatever. That means anyone who needs to hear. Tarot card. So yeah, for that, that's what this is. This is for anyone who needs to hear. This is for the collective, is what this reading will be for. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So, as I always say, all the November readings are up for all of the signs, the general, the love, and the money. Collective readings are up as well, like this one. I will start the December readings this weekend. So the general readings, I will start, there's a train in the background. I will start the love readings and the money readings next week, starting during Thanksgiving. So I will do that. Yeah. So for this particular reading, which I'm using the Muses deck? Yeah, the Muse Tarot. So, interesting stuff. The Page of Swords showed up. That was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled out the deck. And for whatever reason, with the Page, because Page of Swords obviously can be about gathering information, it can be about receiving information, giving or carrying information to someone. It can be about spying and a few other things. Whatever reason, and maybe it was the picture, I don't know. The first thing that came to mind is know-it-all, where someone may be dealing with someone that's a know-it-all. All right, so Three of Cups came out during the pre-shuffle. The World card came out during the pre-shuffle. And I feel like there was another card that came out during the pre-shuffle, but the World card was more of the thing, which can be about closing a cycle, obviously. It can be about travel. There could be some type of reunion happening. Maybe there was someone that you were dealing with that was a know-it-all. Maybe you fell out because they were a know-it-all and you just couldn't deal with it anymore. You put them on pause and was like, okay, I'll deal with them a little bit later. And now there may be a reunion, some type of celebration. Maybe you're meeting this person at a celebration. Maybe it's Thanksgiving, because that's a group card too, with Three of Cups and celebration. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be like a birthday or a baby shower or something. Holidays can be a celebration too. So yeah, maybe it's Thanksgiving or maybe Christmas, because again, there isn't really a time on this reading. But that's something that's out there. It's just know-it-all came to mind. And then in the Oracle deck, unlikely came out, reconsider, and then forgiveness came out. So I'm like, okay, saying something is unlikely and also reconsider. So whatever it is, and then forgiveness. If this is in regards to a grudge, then this may be talking about, okay, you really need to reconsider this. And with the unlikely, I kind of feel that there may be some type of connection with this person that it will be hard to sever. Like, this person may be part of your life for a long time. So, yeah, those were some of the things I picked up. Who knows what's going to come out? Let me take some cards from the Angel Oracle deck, and then we'll dive into the tarot. May I have the energy for the collective? May I have the energy for the collective? May I have the energy for the collective? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Oh yeah, random thing too. What's at the bottom of the deck? Unlikely again. Wow. Okay. Something is unlikely. That is crazy. Also, side note, yesterday when I did the quick 3, I said December the 16th instead of November the 16th when I was doing the quick 3 yesterday. And one of my Firebirds, for my new listeners and watchers, Firebird is the term I use for people who regularly support the podcast and have been supporting the podcast and the YouTube channel and so on and so forth. So I consider those people my Firebirds because obviously KC Phoenix is a Firebird. So I consider the people who support the show my fellow Firebirds. So yeah, so one of my Firebirds was like, hey, did you mean December the 16th or November? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't mean December. I meant November, but also I explained I don't believe in mistakes in tarot. Whatever comes out, there's usually something to it. So, funny thing is, December the 16th is one of my brother's birthdays. So, or birthday. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting like that happened. So maybe there will be something significant happening on December the 16th. Who knows? But I just want to throw that out there. Now, back to our schedule programming. So with this unlikely coming out twice, that's just, oh boy, it seems like there's some stuff going on here. May I have some cards, please? Whoa. Am I taking all of these? You see how these are right here? Because it's like they want to fall out. I'll just go ahead and take them. So that's 2 cards. Let's see what we have. Oh, yeah, this is a fallout. That's what this is. This is a fallout. Is what it was. First card that came out is improving health. We'll get back to that in a minute. I want to focus on the second card. The second card is peaceful resolution. Now, I'm going back to the pre-shuffle energy with forgiveness. So this is what I'm thinking about. I honestly feel you could have been dealing with an Aquarius. Don't know why Aquarius is on my mind, but I feel like you could have been dealing with an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, could be another air sign, but I feel like, because Aquarius, God love them, they put their foot in their mouth a lot. And it's no shade to the Aquarians. My ex is an Aquarius. So, and I have multiple people who I've dealt with who have been Aquarians. And they're good people. And actually, one thing I like about Aquarius is that they march to the beat of their own drum. Aquarius is like, I am not doing what you're doing. I'm doing what I want to do. So I love that about them. At the same time, and that's that Uranus energy, or Uranus. You know, with that energy, that's considered like the wild child of the planets. And because they're the wild child, sometimes they do things and they don't always think it through. Even though they're an air sign and they're very logical and they usually do analyze things. With Aquarius is just like, okay, yeah, but I'm still going to go with what I want to go with. And during that process, they can say things sometimes that they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that type of stuff. So I feel like some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius that you may have fallen out with. Doesn't have to be though. But whatever the fallout was, I feel it has something to do with somebody having either a know-it-all personality or how they deliver information to you. Page of Swords. Meaning their delivery, because don't forget, Page of Swords is a younger energy. Their delivery may not be as tactful as maybe a Queen of Swords or a King of Swords. So I feel like it was either this person was a know-it-all or there may have been something about their delivery that just really made you mad. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. At the bottom of the deck, in the near future. In the near future. So this is saying peaceful resolution and improving health. So for some of you, if you haven't been feeling well, this is telling me that in the near future, you may find yourself feeling better, which is actually a good thing because usually when the wintertime rolls around, people start to get, a little bit sicker and things like that. But this is saying that actually you will more than likely start feeling better. And again, I'm not a licensed physician or a medical practitioner or anything like that. I'm just a person sitting here reading the tarot cards and the energy, or in this case, oracle cards. So yeah, let's go ahead and clarify some of this and then we'll wrap it up. Can we clarify the cards on the table for the collective? Can we clarify the cards on the table for the collective? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Something told me to look at this. What is this? 7 of materials. So whatever this situation is, somebody wants to actually invest in making this right. 7 of Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Some of you could be or have that in your chart or be dealing with one of those signs. Can we clarify the cards on the table for the collective? What is it that the collective needs to hear about the cards on the table? What is it that, thank you. Okay, so 3, is that 3 or 2? No, 2. Okay. So, I feel like whatever this fallout was, the person who was the one that did the offending, they know that they're in the doghouse. Whoever this is. Because the 8 of Swords is here, which is 8 of Voices in this deck. I feel like they know they're in the doghouse based off of their actions or whatever they did. Now, the interesting thing is the 6 of Pentacles, which is 6 of materials in this deck. 6 of Pentacles came out. 6 of Pentacles Pentacles can deal with health. 6 of Pentacles can be a sudden cash infusion or a sudden improvement in something. Now, Pentacles deal with the 3D. So again, with this improving health, with the 6 of Pentacles, this is letting me know that for some of you, this will be a miraculous recovery, is what this will be. And it will be unexpected and sudden. Where for some of you, you thought that you would not be feeling well for a while, and actually, you will find yourself feeling well out of the blue. Like, wow, I feel really good today. Like you'll wake up one morning and you'll be like, it'll be like night and day, is what it will be. And also, I can actually add in this 8 of Swords with the improving health, because this can also apply to this too, where some of you felt like you couldn't deal with anyone, you couldn't interact with anyone because you haven't been feeling well. Because obviously, depending on what type of sickness it is, if it's something contagious, then you don't have the luxury to interact with a whole lot of people. If it isn't anything contagious, then it just could be a thing of where you don't have the strength. I don't know if you remember on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with Yolanda Hadid, when she was really sick. And some of them believed her, some of them didn't. But where she couldn't do things with the group because, and she wasn't contagious or anything, she had Lyme disease. But she couldn't do anything with the group because she was always feeling drained and stuff. So it could have been one of those situations where you're in this 8 of Swords energy and you can't really communicate or do much with your friends or family or what have you because you haven't been feeling well. But with this 6 of Pentacles and then also this improving health card is saying that the improving health is coming. And it will more than likely be sudden that it happens. So now we can take the 6 of Pentacles over to the Peaceful Resolution card as well. Because again, it deals with the 3D. And it is something, 6 of Pentacles is out of the blue. Also, it's about balance too. It's about bringing balance back to something. So where this person knows they're in the doghouse, you may go ahead and make you may do the olive branch and say, hey, I'm going to reach out. Part of me feels that this unlikely is in regards to reaching out. It could be in regards to that too. Someone may be unlikely to reach out, but the other person will. And also with the 6 of Pentacles is sudden. So they may reach out to you out of the blue, or you may reach out to them. Honestly, I feel like you're going to reach out to them. The reason I'm saying that is because I feel like this offender was too ashamed or is too ashamed to actually reach out themselves. And then that would be where the peaceful resolution comes in. And then that would be where forgiveness starts taking place. What's at the bottom of the deck? Man, you can't make this up. Look. 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is going to... Someone's going to reach out. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be you. Whoever this is resonating with. I feel like it's going to be you. Also with the 10 of Cups, this is family. I'm going back again to, I feel like this might be a holiday thing. Thanksgiving or Christmas. or even New Year's. Doesn't have to be. But with this 10 of Cups right here, or 10 of Emotions in this particular deck, I feel like this is something related to a family event. And whether it's a family member, or either you going to a family event and because you're in town, you're meeting with a friend or something that you fell out with, there's going to be something that triggers this and triggers the conversation. And then that happens. Then the forgiveness happens. And then that is when the new cycle begins, because don't forget the World card was in the pre-shuffle. So I think I'm titling this Holiday Forgiveness. I'm titling this Holiday Forgiveness. All right. So that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.